Hi, Ron. We're back with another question from a member. How did you make first contact with Q?
That's an interesting question. A very special friend of mine had been involved with Q um, in the September or October before we met. We met sometime in February, March. And Q had told her to Ron Giles has the integrity that you like, that you need, has the integrity with what he's doing, and you'll really be it's something you can be involved with. And then Q started talking to the people, the Inner Earth, Zora, and that group, and answered questions there. And then we could, um, I forgot how we made contact with him, but we were able to have private conversations with him. That's basically what was coming about. So I started. I signed up for and with this person's help, and we started having our conversations privately first, and then it was more of a, and then how when I said I introduced him to Love One Society. No, he knew all about Love One Society, and and encouraged people to be a part of it. And so he made a commitment that he would come and talk to us every 2 weeks, and so we could have a broadcast and all that sort of stuff. But it didn't work out that way. um, I don't know if there's somebody on our side or there's his side that um, failed to follow through. But from my perspective, I asked you if he would be help me with being a human on this earth that comes from the alliance. It could give me, and we could have conversations instead of uh, receiving through the spirit. Which is different because we he can speak and then I can speak, and when we don't do that the same way between us as it is between us and heaven, because there's just it's just a different way. And so um, I asked him if he would be my liaison with the alliance, and without saying no, he just kind of, I'll say, dropped the ball, just went on to something different. And I thought about it later, and I was kind of disappointed in him. And I said, and so I thought about it, and I thought, well, what I was trying to do is make him come between me and the alliance. He didn't want to do that. He still doesn't. One of the problems we had is that we had put an emphasis in Love One Society. We'd put an emphasis on humanitarians getting funds for projects. And his job then was to help us through projects, finding ourselves where our passion was with the projects that we come up with. He asked a lady one time, she wanted to build houses for the homeless. And he says, have you ever built a house? She said, no. Is it so? What is your passion about building homes for the homeless? Well, we're going to have money. We can, and this is something that we can do. Are you going to build it? No, we'll have the whole contractors and all that do it. Well, there was a slip there because it wasn't our compassion to do that. And that whole thing evolved into the reality that we as humanitarians will get the funds to do the things that are part of our passion. And our projects are those things that would manifest our passion. So we come to the CACs, we set up a director, and we have the RSS program, and that's going to go like wildfire. Who doesn't want $1,000 a month, or excuse me, a week? And who doesn't want uh, the potential of getting another 6,000 with the um, holding accounts? We won't go through that tonight, but this is what I'm trying to say. The RSS program, the CAC program, the private home funding, which we're entertaining the ideas of doing something with the renters, for renters, and providing them, if they've been in a, if they live in New York City, you can only rent basically because they don't make condominiums out of their hotels over there because they don't want to sell off their income. So there's a lot of those kinds of things that have to be taken into consideration, and something that I hadn't really given a whole lot of emphasis on until somebody said, well, what about we work out something like the PHF for renters? And we have done. Okay. It was my responsibility for Loved One Society. Nobody else is going to tell me what to do. Nobody, including Q. It's my stewardship. It is my domain. I'm not talking about other people using it. No, everybody's, if they've got the funds, if they get the funds through the alliance, here's Loved One Society. Use it, no charge. But I'm the one that's in charge of Loved One Society, and to be sure that it does what it's supposed to do. So that's Q. He honors my stewardship responsibility and didn't want to give any indication that he might be trying to take over, because he won't. And I've become very strong in that, not because of something other than, nobody's challenged me that, but I understand why Q did what he did, because it's my dominion, it's my stewardship responsibility. It's our Loved One Society, because we humanitarians will use it for the purposes for which it was created. And we created it for that purpose. I just get to be the one that brought it down. I'll tell you, there's a lot of people in Loved One Society who, when they first heard about it, their heart resonated with them. And they knew that they had found a home. And it's for those people that I say, you helped create it. That's why it's here for you. Okay, we have to learn to grow and develop in our spiritual knowledge and understanding. We're in the ascension process, and it's our responsibility to do things appropriately. And if we do, and I hope most of us are, then we will reap the rewards of being able to be of service to mankind. And that's our job. Along with that is the creation of the golden age of mankind. And the light wave is going to help us to do that. So that's my first contact with Q. And I went a little bit further than I needed to, but that's okay. He's my brother. Let's go on to the next question.
Thank you, Ron, for answering that question in such an inspirational way. We will be right back with another question from a member.
Okay.